Welcome back to Power Word Crit, everybody. My name is Corrin, and I will be your GM today. With me are 3 courageous players.
Well, courage is right, because we're definitely going to need it. My name is Andrew, and I'm playing Gabriella Glimmer.
I'm Neil, and I'm playing Strieg Kierce.
I am not feeling very courageous, but I'm Ashlyn playing Isidore Welkenmov.
My turn to roll the dice.
Oh yes, soda roulette.
I rolled a 1.
Ah, does that mean that it's going to be either really good or really bad?
These are all random.
Hopefully it'll be better than last one.
While we are opening and pouring, would your character rather fight 100 duck-sized elephants or 1 elephant-sized duck, and why?
Elephant-sized duck. It's much easier to handle 1 enemy as opposed to 100 that could swarm you, suffocate you. If there's a giant duck, I can at least have an idea of when it's going to step on me and I can move out of the way or ride it like a mount.
I think Strieg is going to take the 100 duck-sized elephants. He's been on a bird-killing spree recently.
But they're elephants. They're elephants, not ducks, not birds.
Sure, but they're duck-sized. And I'm going to presume they are about as sturdy as a duck, even though they are elephants, so maybe a little harder to cut through, but still. Plus, his specialty is fighting in groups, so if an elephant tries to tusk him, he can just kind of turn it and make it tusk another one. It's fine.
Yeah.
We have the benefits from all those little tiny ivory tusks.
So many pointy things.
My initial instinct was similar to Ashlyn. 1 is way easier to manage. You can run away from it. You can disappear. Things like that.
I wasn't taking the cowardly route. I was just taking the more manageable route.
Yeah, it is fair. It's fair. It is a duck. But question is, where are we fighting? Do I get to choose the terrain? Because I could just choose the lake.
And then all of the elephants would drown?
Yeah, pretty much. Or have to swim, and in which case, I'm on a boat.
Makes sense. So what do we got?
It is a tannish looking one.
Looks like lemon juice.
And it's a brown bottle.
Ooh, I do not like the smell.
Same Z's.
Does it smell like lemon?
It smells like 7th generation dishwashing liquid.
Oh.
Why that one? Because that's what we currently have in our cupboard.
See, my instinct on the look was like, this is like a butterbeer or something like that.
No, butterbeer is more amber colored.
I think this might be a ginger drink.
Okay.
Yeah, I had some ginger beer recently that looked like this.
Let's taste it. We all made a really gross looking face at the same time.
That's not good. It tastes like it smells. It tastes like cleaning something.
Yeah, it tastes like soap.
I'm giving it a 1.
It's got a weird vanilla sugar cookie aftertaste.
Yum.
This almost tastes like watered down carrot. Like, have you ever had a carrot that's been sitting in the fridge for like 3 months and you pull it out and you're like, this is kind of tasteless, but also a carrot?
Yeah.
No, not really. I don't let it get that far.
I get the flavor, yes. When you've got soggy carrots.
Yeah. Flavorless, soggy carrots.
Oh, Neil's trying it now.
It's like, get it
That was
out.
a mistake. Don't do that.
All right. So
This is
guesses?
a 1.
Guesses?
Yeah, it's a 1.
I don't even want to guess. It's just a 1.
I have thrown several guesses out. I don't think any of them are correct. The taste reminds me of something, but I can't put my finger on it. And if the label is correct to what my memory is telling me, I'll let you know.
Maybe it's like a ginger turmeric pineapple or something.
Oh, how interesting.
That's not the sentence I want to hear you say, Ander.
Peanut butter, old-fashioned soda.
No.
I can kind of understand it, but it's not a good version of that.
It's not. It's bad. This is the peanut butter that's separated and no one bothered to remix it before putting it on a snack for you.
Oh, I can taste it now. Oh,
I've got to retry it now that I know what it is.
Oh, it's just as bad.
Pure cane sugar.
That doesn't help it at all.
They just didn't do a good job with it. I really like peanut butter stuff, but it's not good.
Same.
There's no caramel to it.
The brand is Rocket Fizz, and it's on the side. It's really tiny. So I wonder if they even know that this product isn't the best.
Well, hey, we've got a baseline.
We have now established what a 1 is. What is worse than cookie dough is peanut butter flavored soda.
It is universal. I'll also give it a 1.
1s across the board. Sorry, peanut butter flavored soda.
Well, this is a great way to start the episode where you guys are. So let's do a recap. Emotional damage. So you find yourself in a tunnel. All right. Real
Is
recap.
Shia LaBeouf in here?
Yes.
Yeah.
Real recap this time. The gang rushed into the room with the 2 long tables, only to be met with their worst memories. Izzy struggled against the guilt of Kurt's death and Jaden's disappearance. Strieg against his guilt and shame for leaving the dojo, and Gabriella with her uncle's death. Eventually, Izzy and Strieg were able to break free from their traumatic prisons, only to face off against a giant, blobby monstrosity who still had Frida and Gabriella in its grasp. Izzy was able to free Frida before defeating the creature, and Strieg, with his quick thinking and speed, learned that this creature was actually the tax collector's shadow, which, meta-wise, will be a boon for you guys in the future.
Yay.
If we survive, is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Makes it to where we can survive.
The gang took a short rest to both physically and mentally recover before continuing their journey down the mine, to which they found the entrance to the subterranean lake the Harpy had told them about. Izzy sent Dora to investigate, who located 3 prisoners in cages, as well as the tax collector himself. Before going further, I would like to award each of you a power token.
Hey.
One for Ashlyn, because her acting was so phenomenal. It made me feel feels every time I re-listened to the episode.
Thanks, I guess.
For Strieg, because right at the get-go did something that this monster did not expect, was to actually apologize instead of try to fight. Good thinking out of the box. And for Ander, because we had briefly discussed like Uncle had died, but we never really discussed anything beyond that. And he just on the spot created what he thought had happened. And it was beautiful, beautiful storytelling. So awesome
Thanks.
job on
Beautiful
that.
improv.
But I also want to give Ander a second power token.
Thank
There
you.
you go. Because I was fully prepared to play Kurt, but the moment I said Kurt's name, Ander made a motion to me like, you want me to play? And I was like, sure. And we cut this out, but the direction that I gave him was emotionally wreck Izzy. And he did exactly that. So good job on that improv.
Thanks.
Amazing performances. Full round of applause.
Yay! Now on to the show.
Yes. You guys are about 100 feet up from the lake.
It was like another 100 feet from where the drop-off is to where this sandbar area is.
Yeah.
Okay, so 100 and 100.
It is pitch dark. Izzy is the only one who can see the ground, the 3 cages, the people inside the cages, and the tax collector.
Through Dora's eyes.
But all of you hear the tax collector say, well, are you going to stand there or are you going to come down?
And Dora disappears.
Hey, what did you see?
I saw someone who looked like Ginny. I saw a gnome. Think he might be our cartographer. There is a 3rd person down there, a furkin of some kind. Not sure who that is, because out of game, Izzy is not aware of the person, but we think that this is the girlfriend of Jusaid who has most recently been taken. And the tax collector, all on a piece of dry land down in that lake area that's 100 feet down.
So, did Dora happen to see a ladder or a set of stairs?
No, I didn't see that.
Wonder if it loops back around or something like that.
I could get down there. I do have the ability to levitate down, my one use for the day. Technically, I can carry up to like 500 pounds, so I could possibly carry you with me and act like an elevator.
You hear the tax collector, are you stuck?
Just a moment, we're strategizing.
Strieg is going to go over to the edge of this fall, this open pit down to water, and gently shout out,
A generous host would offer his guests a way to come meet him.
You are correct. Step forward.
Izzy will step forward, and if she starts to fall, she can feather fall.
You step forward, and your foot sinks 4 inches, but you land on something.
I look down. Do I see anything, or is it invisible?
You don't see anything there.
an invisible staircase.
That's cool. Oh, hey. Monologue time.
As we're going down this invisible staircase.
Gabrielle is going to, except she can't see. No,
Yeah.
she's got a torch. She's got the torch.
Okay.
She's got a lantern. She's going to walk ahead.
Are you going to be leading the way?
Yes, she doesn't normally want to, but she's got a show to do.
She's doing this with flair.
And Gabriella, as you're doing this, you notice that it doesn't matter where you step, your foot will go down about 3 or 4 inches, but it looks like the staircase is building as you walk.
That's
Doesn't matter where you
Okay.
go.
Just be on the safe side. I'm following Gabby's footsteps.
This might undercut my monologue a little bit, but it's okay.
That's okay.
So, as she's going down, she puts on her most dramatic and serious face. She calls out, "Give us the captives! Through dangers untold and caverns unnumbered, we have fought our way here to the lake beneath the mining city to take back the people that you have stolen. For our will is as strong as yours, and my business is as great. You have no power over us."
In the background, Izzy just does a little, "Good job, Gabby."
Would like to try and intimidate him.
Okay, go ahead and try and intimidate
It's
him.
either that or probably wasn't long enough for an enthralling performance, but
Yeah, I'll count that. Gabriella knows timing.
I guess that's charmed. Can I swing it for intimidation?
Sure.
DC 15. Wisdom saving throw.
Your performance is enthralling, young spellcaster. May I know your name?
You may know me as the Enchantress, for that is what I do, and that is why I've come here to bargain for the domain of this town.
You asked to bargain for domain of this town within my own domain.
Is it yours? Is it really?
It is. At this point, all of you are about 30 feet from the sandbar. And Gabriella, you feel the ground disappear from you.
As soon as she feels it drop out, she's going to misty step as close as she can to the sandbar. It might be like in the water, so she's like ankle deep.
You are a sorceress of many gifts.
Indeed.
Unfortunately, I have much power inside this domain. And for meta-wise, he rolled a 16
Okay,
on your enthralling.
that's fair.
However, I love your gumption. I love your stage presence. I could give you many things for your talents.
During this conversation, Strieg will continue the staircase down, making a way to flank Gabriella on the opposite side of her. So as Strieg is walking by, he's going to pass by Gabriella behind, blocking his view from the tax collector, and he's going to pop the Jawbreaker into his mouth.
Okay, and what does the Jawbreaker do?
The Jawbreaker is the Cinnamon Jawbreaker, which I believe you said functions as a potion of speed and grants me the effects of the haste spell.
You can absolutely pop that. How long does that last for?
I believe it is for 1 minute.
Izzy is going to pop the potion of necrotic resistance.
Black or licorice bonbon?
Yes, that thing.
Awesome. So Strieg and Izzy, please roll sleight of hand checks with advantage.
Amazing.
Because Gabriella is distracting him and she does have his attention.
That's not great, but it doesn't matter a whole lot for what Strieg wants to do. I only have a 12.
I have a 15.
Is it typically an action to consume a potion of some kind? Or
Generally,
a candy?
yes.
Okay.
Unless otherwise stated. Miss, I can make you famous. I can give you fortune. I can give you a festival?
Those are very interesting proposals. Do tell more.
Summon Dora.
With the potion of speed, my speed is doubled, my AC is boosted by +2, and I have a bonus action that I can take because I am hasted. So while action was used to consume the potion, I have one more.
So you have an extra action.
I have an extra action that can be used as a single attack.
Okay, everybody please roll for initiative.
Okay.
Oh,
You're initiating this, so I imagine you'd probably be able to start things.
if Corrin
Maybe.
is nice.
The tax collector is caught unawares.
So Streak, what did you get?
7.
You can also use a power token if you want.
You've got 3.
I do. You know what? Let's go ahead and throw one in. So that 7 becomes a 12.
Gabriella?
15.
Izzy, you summon Dora. You get a you were part of the surprise round.
Oh, good. So I'm just going to start slashing at the back of the tax collector with these magical, beautiful scimitars.
Hopefully it's not a shadow.
That would suck.
Because if I were a big bad evil guy, I would not just stand out.
Well, we're going to find out with this first attack.
What initiative did Izzy roll?
21.
A 21. Okay.
That is a 19 to hit.
That hits.
11 points of slashing. Does it appear to connect?
It does appear to connect, and then it poofs away.
I called it. I called it.
Okay, well, I still still have 2 actions left. I'm going to direct Dora to run up to the cage with Ginny and try and break the lock on that cage.
If you let me out, I will definitely help you. Do you have a pickaxe or anything that I can help you with?
I have an extra dagger, maybe. Total of 20 against the lock or the cage or what have you.
That definitely hits.
That is 9 points of slashing damage to the cage.
To the cage or to the lock?
To the lock.
You bring your scimitar down onto the lock, and it is hanging on by a thread. You almost got it.
Going to use my last attack against it. That is a total of 20.
Yeah, that hits.
And that is 13 points of slashing damage to the lock.
The lock snaps. Jenny immediately swings the cage open and starts to step out, and she's like, give me a weapon. I want to hurt this guy so bad.
Is it a free action to draw out my dagger to her? If I technically already had my scimitars out?
Yeah, I'll say, in this case, I'll let you start to pull out the dagger and she'll grab it from you.
Okay.
On her turn.
I start to pull out the dagger for her.
I saw him run into the alcove over there. She points further down the sandbar. I don't know if it's the real one, though. There's been many of them walking around.
I am going to ask Dora, can you run after him?
Yeah, I can do that.
And direct Dora to run in the direction that Ginny pointed to.
She runs around the alcove and she goes, found one!
And I'm going to follow after her.
Great. Ashlyn, you get to play Sidekick Ginny.
Oh, cool.
Hey.
Nice. Got a stat block and everything.
Yeah, I printed
Yeah.
out some stat blocks for
Do
people.
we know what her initiative is, or do I need to roll her initiative?
Her initiative is 11.
Okay.
She'll be going after Streak.
What about Frida?
Oh, Frida is
I'm
after
assuming
Ginny.
Frida is still with us, even if we didn't specifically say her name until now.
Sorry, Frida rolled an 8, so she's after Ginny. Streak, Ginny did point you in the way the alcove, and Dora said, found one.
Indeed. I would like to ask, as it disappeared, I have already chased one shadow tonight. Was there a second shadow, and did it go in a direction?
No, there was only one.
Well, then I will head over to that alcove and use my attack that I've got left for this turn.
You don't think that what was in front of you was necessarily a shadow?
It wasn't a capital S shadow.
It was more like a decoy, some sort of illusion.
Well, with my obscene speed, I'll run to the alcove, spot the creature.
You see him leaning up against a large salt pillar.
He's just like leaning against it with his arms crossed, all chill and relaxed.
Yeah, he's like, I was willing to negotiate, but oh well.
Curse stab. It was a 19, but then it rolled to a 9, but that's still a 16 to hit.
16 misses.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
I'll throw a power token for spite, so that 16 becomes a 21.
Roll damage.
7 points of stab. Racing around the corner, Streak has popped this cinnamon jawbreaker into his mouth, and it got hot in a hurry. Every second, he is so aware of everything that is happening and all the information and the fact that his mouth is on fire. So he is sprinting, he is fighting. The figure that he's just seen in this alcove might have said something clever. Streak is not paying any attention to it as he swings the claw out and lashes through it.
You connect with his elongated canine-esque face, and like a cartoon sort of way, the eyes bulge out and then it pops.
Do I have any movement left from my obscene speed?
What's your speed right now?
80 total after I pop the jawbreaker.
Oh yeah, you've got like 60 left.
Amazing. Yes. Start racing around the alcove. If I find something within that 60 feet, I will burn a bonus action to try and punch it.
Okay, you run around the alcove. You don't see anything there, but you hear something in the water. You take a look and you see the tax collector doing a Dragon Ball Z stance, arms crossed, floating on top of the water with his head cocked, about 10 feet away from you.
Amazing. You know what? I've got a lot of speed. It's only 10 feet away from me. I'm going to burn a key point for a flurry of blows. So we're going to jump, and I'm going to try and punch him on the water. Yeah. That is a 16 plus 7.
That hits.
Take that. 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
Your fist again connects with his nose and connects with something solid. You think this might actually be him, but your fist goes through in a grotesque way, and you see his head bisects as well as his body bisects. It splits into 2 different forms of him.
So almost a slime effect.
Similar, yeah. I need everybody who can see him to make a wisdom saving throw.
I guess Izzy ran after Dora so she could see it, yes.
Is it a spell or a magical effect? Do I have advantage on it?
It's a supernatural effect, so yeah, I'm going to say yes.
Okay.
7.
Oh.
19.
Ooh.
Nice.
I'm going to add my power token to it for a total of 15.
15 just passes.
Okay.
Oh, do you need to make a save for Ginny?
Oh, does
Yes, I also need to make a save for Frida. Oh yeah, Frida made it.
Ginny failed as well?
Izzy and Ginny, who failed, looking at this horrific sight of a body bisecting. You see bone and sinew just splitting
wow.
into two different things. It's super grotesque and dramatic. You take 6 points of psychic damage. Those who saved you take 3.
Poor Ginny. She don't have much in hit points.
What does she have? Just curious.
45, but now 39.
Oh, okay. Just making sure it's not 10.
No, she's not that weak.
So just to be kosher about things, that was one of 2 flurry of blows attacks. Can I swing a fist at one of these bisected forms?
You may.
That is a 20 to hit.
Hits.
Hey, nice.
6 points of bludgeoning damage on the right one that split.
The one on the right takes a mighty punch from you.
If the one on the right didn't dissipate as I hit it, could I try and make this a stunning strike?
What do I got to beat?
A 13 con save.
That is a 21.
Good golly! Okay. That is the extent of what Strieg can do, because that was his movement, action, and bonus action. And haste action.
So that is the end of the surprise round. Izzy, it is now your turn. You see 2 creatures floating above the water-esque.
Well, I am going to...
Did Strieg fall into the water? Like, was he over deep-ish water?
You are not in deep water.
This whole lake area, is this traversable, or is it like a lake that you have to swim in?
Where you guys are seems to be pretty shallow. You do see another sandbar about 60 feet away from you, but you're not entirely sure how deep it is between this and the other one.
All right.
You just know 10 feet out, Strieg is still standing on relatively shallow depths.
And Strieg is right in front of the split up tax collector.
Correct.
I am going to throw the scimitars, one at each half of the tax collector, using the scimitar's ranged abilities.
Oh, yeah, they've got like
Ooh.
returning things, right?
Yeah, they do.
Sweet.
Okay.
With a normal range of 20 feet and a long range of 60 feet, you can basically throw it, and then it flies back into your hand. You do that for 2 attacks. That was a 26 and a 25
Both hit.
Nice.
for the one on the right. 13 points of slashing damage. And the one on the left takes 11 slashing damage. The scimitars return to Izzy's hands, and she says, "You could do some gross things, but we're still going to rain your end of terror here in Titanian."
Reign of Terror? There's no terror here. Next up is the lair action.
Oh no. That's what we've walked into.
He invited us into his home
You come into my home.
and attack.
On initiative 20 with the lair action, the tax collector on the right looks down at the stab wound that it got and then looks up at Strieg and says, "You know, when you return, there will be no dojo. It's mine." He is going to cast Phantasmal Force on you.
Oh no, my friend. Oh no, my friend.
Going to continue the emotional damage.
Please make an intelligence saving throw.
Now that's just not fair.
Oh.
He's got a decent roll.
That is a 16 minus 1 for 15.
He's got either 15 or 16 on his.
Now
saving
remember,
throw.
you had made a save of 15. It was
Then you're probably just okay.
I am feeling myself. I'm willing to gamble on this 15.
With a 15, you see in your mind the dojo in ruins. It's been maybe hundreds of years that no one has been to the dojo. There's trees growing in places that there should have been. There's roots going into the walls. There's ivy growing in your master's office. And you realize you were just there. You just cleaned those floors. It's safe. And the spell fails.
yeah.
Yes. Good.
Those
Now-
floors should still be sparkly.
You are immune for 24 hours.
Yeah!
Good deal. Good deal.
Amazing!
Oh!
What a critical roll.
Low-end character for the clutch.
Yeah.
Next up is Gabriella Glimmer.
It seems like you've got a fair number of tricks here, but I think that it's time to clean house a bit here.
I agree. You were in my house. You must be cleaned.
Well, it seems that your home's getting foreclosed. We're going to have to shut this down. She's going to cast Bane on both tax collectors.
Okay.
So each of them, if they are both valid targets, have to make a charisma save of 15.
That is a 23.
Do they have to make 2 saves?
One for each of them?
No.
Oh.
Interesting.
So one of them probably is an illusion.
Maybe. Or maybe just one has the brain.
One has the personality anyways.
Brain.
What are we going to do tonight, Taxi?
The same thing we do every night, Collector.
I'm going to give a power token for that personality. One has the brain, one has the personality. That was really good. Whoever said that one.
I'm passing it along over to Neil here. I think that was a better bit.
Thank you.
As my bonus action, I would like to inspire Izzy and give you a bonus 1d8.
Ootay.
She sees the spell fail, but she sees Izzy from the corner of her eye coming around the side, and she's just gonna give her a smile and a wink, just like, hey, you got this.
Nice.
Don't fail me, D8.
She's probably gonna take cover behind one of these salt pillars, assuming that there are ones there.
Yeah, there's a few on here that you
Okay.
can hide behind.
Yeah.
Next up, it is the tax collector's turn. What am I going to do to you?
Do what makes the most sense.
Sorry, I did decide what I was going to do. I'm just reading the giant thing of text.
I don't like that.
Ooh. Oh. Okay. The tax collector on the right, in a mocking tone, bow to you, Streeg, and say, "My lord, you have defeated me." And then out of his hands comes a slew of crows and harpies and spiders.
Oh.
What?
Centered behind you, so you were caught in this. And then both of them are going to, in a weird sort of gliding motion, move further out into the water.
Well, he can try that, but I get to try and hit him first as he walks away from me.
You can try.
We gonna hit him hard. I am fully going to use a power token. 19.
19 hits.
He takes 5 points of stabby damage, and his movement is 0.
Sentinel.
Awesome. The right one stays, because that's the one you hit. The left one continues to move back.
Spooky drift.
One at a time, one at a time.
Next up is Streak.
Oh boy.
I need you to make a Constitution saving throw,
A
please, sir.
Constitution save? Me? That is a natural 20.
Okay.
Yes.
These harpies, spiders, and crows in this spiritual tornado to attack you, but you're dodging because you're so quick and your haste is going crazy. You take 5 points of slashing damage and 1 point of psychic damage.
Woof. Okay.
Kick him in the knees, Streeg.
Streeg is going to use his main action to attack. I'm going to spend 1 attack to activate the claw. Streeg takes 7 points of piercing damage
Ooh.
as he grips tightly to the claw in his left hand, and the blood begins to be sucked into the blade.
You feel those weird teeth dig into your palm again.
But now it does extra damage. I'm going to use my second attack and my hasted attack on the figure in front of me. That is a 23 to hit.
That hits.
8 points of slashing and 2 points of necrotic.
You see that the slashing goes through, but the necrotic, not as much.
I apologize. That is 9 points of slashing because I forget the +1 is added to the damage as well.
Okay.
And for the second hasted attack, that's an 18 on the die plus 8 for 26. 3 points of slashing and 5 points of necrotic.
Again, the slashing seems to be doing a bunch of damage, and every time you slash into him, this black ichor just pools out of him. It's blood, but congealed. It's shadowy. It's pretty gross.
Okay. How far back did the other one move?
30 feet.
Won't bother with that then. Bonus action, I will attempt to flip over and kick this figure in front of me in the gut.
I said the knees, not the gut.
Well, the idea was I wanted to press him back. Have we established his AC yet, friends?
I think it's above 16.
And below 19.
It's above 16. Okay, so no, never mind. 11 to hit.
He grabs your fist and uses your momentum to spin you around.
I will go ahead and use my movement to get out of this flurry of mess and get to the other side of him so that I'm between him and the double.
Sounds good. Next up is a legendary action.
Oh boy, yep.
The one next to you, he is going to turn around and bring his black dripping claws to slash across your chest.
All right, come on.
Ooh, that is a natural 19 for 28.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Good thing we're not playing Pathfinder.
Right?
You take 14 points of slashing damage plus 6 points of necrotic damage. As you feel the slashing, the ichor hit your heart and you feel your heart skip a beat.
I will see you and raise you. The claw in my hand pulses ever so slightly, and half of the ichor is drawn to the blade in my hand as it grants me resistance to necrotic damage.
Nice party trick. You see, as the necrotic energy goes towards your gauntlet, you see your blood get sucked into his claws, and you think he may have healed himself a little bit with that damage.
Can't be having that. I would like to alert my friends I have taken several hits and I'm not looking very pleasant.
No. Next up is Ginny.
Ginny is angry and ready to fight after being a captive for the last 36-ish hours. She is going to run after the tax collector. Notices that there are two of him now, going to attack the one closest to her, so the one that is near Strieg. With the dagger,
Is she going through the storm of crows, harpies, and spiders?
she's angry enough that she'd probably go through it.
Okay, so as she goes through the storm of crows, not really understanding what it is, please make a Constitution saving throw for her.
Since she's going through it, could she potentially flank with Strieg?
Yes.
16.
She passes, so she takes 7 points of slashing damage and 1 point of psychic damage.
31 now out of 45. But she angry.
And she is not impeded by difficult terrain.
Good to know.
Yeah, both of y'all saved, so my difficult terrain doesn't work.
But going through that, she is going to, you know what? Bonus action, second wind. Because she can do that. What's her level considered? Because it doesn't actually say on her stat block.
She is a CR5.
So she heals 14 points.
Ooh,
Which
good for her.
I think brings her back to full. Yeah, it does. She is fully healed again after using her second wind and going to attack the tax collector that is closest to Strieg right now. And because they are flanking, she has advantage.
She does.
All right.
Yes.
That's good because she rolled a 5 and a 19. So 25 to hit.
Yeah, that hits. Methinks Ginny might be foaming at the mouth. She's pretty angry. That's a pretty good hit.
That's 6 points of piercing damage as she thrusts it into where she thinks its heart is.
She does so, and as she pulls it away, her hand is covered in black ichor. That smells horrendous.
Gross. But that is her turn.
Does he lose any concentration or have to make any concentration checks on his
Ooh, you know what?
spell over there for taking damage?
You are correct. I do need to do that.
DC 10 or half the damage they took, whichever's higher.
And I don't think we've done enough damage in any one attack to...
Pass. That just passes.
On the last one, because why not?
Silvery barbs.
We're going to use silvery barbs. A couple silvery fairies shoot out of Gabriella's hands as Ginny stabs in with the dagger. Reroll that last one.
The first one that he rolled was the lower one, and it barely passed. So,
Yep.
Good try, though.
Yeah, that's fine. I got to use it.
He is going to use his second legendary action, he's got 2, to make an attack at Ginny. He's going to bend down close to her and whisper something in her ear.
Unknown to us.
I'm going to do a quick rules check on my sentinel. I believe since he's attacking her, I can hit him. Makes an attack against a target other than me. Yeah. Because he is attacking Ginny instead of me, I may spend my reaction to make a melee weapon attack against him.
Gotcha.
Ooh. You know what? I will go ahead and spend my last power token for that.
Ooh.
19 to hit.
19 hits.
Rough.
Oh,
That is 6 points of slashing and 1 point of necrotic.
double ones on the dice.
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay, this one is looking a little hurt.
Make that con check.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's true? Yes.
I'm going to hound that every time.
Do it.
The storm is gone.
Ah! That's a killer
Missed it
thing.
by 1.
Hallelujah.
Strieg, you make this attack while Jenny is also being attacked. Jenny takes 12 points of slashing damage plus 8 points of necrotic damage.
Yikes.
And there was no save for that.
There's no save. But that was an attack roll.
Okay.
His claws do what my claws do.
Close.
Wouldn't that be a weird lore thing if this is one of his former claws that someone broke off in the past? Ha 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 ha.
Well, glad I gave her second wind.
All of you see as some of her blood gets sucked up into his arm and turns into black ichor, and he looks a little more bolstered. Next up is Frida. Frida is going to run over to the cages. She's going to look between the two, recognizes the gnome, and says, Oscar, can you help us? The gnome says, if you get me out of here, I will do everything within my power. So she is going to raise her pickaxe and try to break this lock. Oh yeah, she definitely hits. Ooh, she doesn't do really good at it though. She does 4 points of damage to this lock and it's still there. She's like, Oscar, help if you can. And he's like, I don't have any components. I need my components. Off to the side, she's going to see a little pouch, so she's going to run over there and grab the pouch with the rest of her movement, and that's the end of her turn. Next up is the Firkin lady in the cage. She sees Frida trying to break Oscar out, and she goes, let me out, please. I don't know why I'm here. Please take me to Dusade.
She's taking the dodge action, I see.
That's the plead action.
Oscar, on the other hand, is going to try to start ripping at the lock, try to pivot it and maybe wiggle it. So he will be giving Frida the help action next turn if she tries to do anything with the lock.
Can I ask, what does Oscar look like now that we're down here?
Yeah, so Oscar is a very old gnome. Short, balding. He's got the line of hair.
He's got a fringe.
Yeah, he's
Yes.
got a fringe. Kind of like one of those monk fringes.
Oh, yeah.
He is in tattered clothes, and he looks like he's been down here for a while.
Poor gnome.
How's his build? Only because I'm really hoping for a entirely chiseled cartographer.
I mean, it sounds like he's a spellcaster if he was asking for his components.
Yeah, that's fair.
He's probably like a wizard or something because gnomes are very intelligent and
Yeah. Got us a Milo Thatch.
Yeah, that should be a good comparison to this guy. So he's giving the help action to Frida. And because now Frida and Oscar have had turns, I am going to pass over their stat block. So Ander and Neil, please choose whoever you want. One of them has information on the front of how they will act. One of you will have information listed on the back of how they will act.
Okay.
All right, so I've picked Oscar because Gabriella is looking for Oscar.
And I've got Frida.
It's a lot more fun when you guys talk. I don't want to be taking up everything. So next up is Izzy.
hey, I get to actually use my full attack action type stuff because apparently I forgot to do the rest of my turn last time.
Oh.
Like, I realized I didn't use my third attack, I didn't use my bonus action, and I didn't use my action surge. So I'm going to do all of the above. I am going to use Wind and Whirl's special ability. As an action, you can speak the scimitar's command words and throw the two swords at a point you can see within 60 feet of you. The two weapons spin wildly and create a sudden whirlwind in a 15-foot radius, 30-foot high cylinder centered on the point. A target caught in the whirlwind's area must make a DC 15 strength saving throw. So the point that I am going to center this at, I'm hoping to target both versions of the tax collector.
You can. You will get Strieg in that.
I know.
You have my blessing.
We'll still take damage on a success.
How much damage we talking?
Half of 66 bludgeoning.
This vortex shows up in between the two tax collectors. Strieg, you were caught up in this well, so we are going to make strength saving throws. What do we have to beat?
DC 15 strength.
It's not bad. Not bad at all. I hit a 22.
22.
Dang it. 24 points of bludgeoning halved to 12, and you are not flung away or knocked prone. The scimitars fly back to my hands. Action surge and move Dora to be closer to the tax collector that's farther away and have her attack him once. 26.
That hits?
9 points of slashing damage. I'm also going to use Unleash Incarnation with her. I'm going to use the Bardic Inspiration that
Hey, there it is.
Gabriella gave Izzy. Why do I roll so low on these things? That was a 1 on the Bardic Inspiration die. 15 to hit, and I don't think that's going to hit because it's higher than 16 for its AC.
Anyone got any power tokens they want to?
I got one. Take it.
I also have mine.
Use yours.
I will use mine. Total of 20.
20 hits.
11 points of slashing damage. And then going to have her attack one more time against that far tax collector. And then the last attack I'm going to do myself. 25 to hit. 9 points of slashing damage. And then for the last attack the tax collector that is between Strieg and Frida. That's not going to hit. That is a 12.
Izzy unleashes a whirlwind and a whirlwind of damage.
Still technically has a bonus action.
Do you have an offhand attack you can use?
Yeah, I'll try it. That is a 19 to hit.
Who are you attacking?
The one next to Strieg and Ginny.
This is righty.
We have the right one that is in the mix and left
The
one's
right
out.
collector.
That hits.
12 points of slashing damage. And that ends Izzy's turn.
Whew. Okay. Initiative 20. Layer action time.
Strieg is immune.
To 1. Did you think that was the only thing under the legendary action?
Oh.
Man, I've got like 50,000 things in here.
It's almost like he's a big bad evil guy.
Strieg, you feel all of your life force try to leave your body.
Oh.
I need you to make a Constitution saving throw as you feel a blight hit your body.
A blight. Is this a poison of some kind?
No.
19.
You're going to take half. Can I have some D8s, please? I need 6.
No. Half? Strieg is going to take a nap, y'all.
Sorry, Strieg. You came into my house. Tried to clean it up.
But also Ginny and Izzy were right there.
Guess who's doing a bunch of damage?
Okay.
Yeah.
Hi, how you doing?
Excuse you.
He's focusing, not spreading.
Okay, fine. Just have to do more damage to him.
You know what? I'm okay with this. I presented myself as a threat, and he is removing the threat.
No, we need you to survive.
You take half of 34 points of damage.
Oh.
So 17.
Yeah. Strieg is down.
You were at 9 before, right?
Yes, I was. I will ask, what kind of damage was this?
Necrotic.
Wait! It is
Oh.
halved from 17. Is it 8 or 9
So
damage?
that'd be 8.
Oh my gosh.
Strieg is up at 1.
Yes!
Okay.
Strieg is struck by
Clutch.
whatever dark cloud is propelled towards him, and the claw pulses, and half of the cloud is drawn into the claw.
You feel your claw pulse as if it's saying, no, this life force belongs to me. And it sucks some of it back in. Lefty, the one that's furthest away, get a little bit bolstered. Gabriella, it's your turn.
Just to reset the stage here a little bit, we've got the farther left tax collector who's floating above this lake in the cavern. Dora's next to him, and we've got Izzy, Strieg, and Ginny all around the right one. Gabriella's still kind of on the shoreline behind one of these salt pillars, and we've got the different cages on the side there. Gabriella is going to peek out from the side. She was expecting things to get thrown and such, but seems like that's not the case. But she does see Strieg in a bad way. She is going to reach out to him with her eldritch power and give him a healing word.
Oh.
We're going to cast this at 2nd level, giving you 2d4 plus 4. Hey, I maxed out both those dice. Look at that. Okay, so looking at 12, there you go.
Amazing.
She's going to rub her hands together. They are crackling with her magical power, and she's going to Kamehameha some Eldritch Blasts. We're going to focus fire on the left one. I'm going to use my power token. One of them goes fired off into the cavern and completely missed. That was a total of 9. The second one does come out to be a total of 20.
That hits.
Hit him in the chest for 9 force damage and pushes him 10 feet further away.
Okay, as you push him 10 feet away, he is going to use his reaction. You see Lefty, as he gets hit, in a grotesque way, splits into 2 different tax collectors.
So now we have 3.
You have 3. Everyone, please make a wisdom saving throw.
I'm going to use Ginny's Indomitable.
What's our DC?
15.
Much better.
Frida and Strieg both failed. If it matters, Strieg got a nat 1.
Oh, yikes. Okay.
Izzy failed. Ginny used Indomitable in order to roll a total of 20 on the reroll.
Everybody who rolled a 15 or higher, you take 4 points of damage. Everybody else takes 8 points of damage.
Okay, Oscar takes 4. He has Gnome Cunning and has advantage on wisdom saving throws and was able to just squeak by. Gabriella failed.
Thank goodness for that healing for Strieg.
Right?
Miss Firkin Barbary also failed. Next is the tax collector's turn.
All 3 of them. But hey, one of them is surrounded.
Oh no, all those were legendary actions. Buh.
Yeah, that was a reaction on my turn.
Okay.
Legendary actions and then a lair action.
Wolf.
Gross.
Okay.
There's a lot of people in front of the tax collector.
Well,
Which
the one formerly known as Right.
He gets his storm of crows, harpies, and spiders back. So
gross.
Lefty is going to aim at Righty, putting Righty at the center to try and hit as many people as possible. And then casually walk diagonal from where Righty and everybody else is and just
He's
saunter.
leaving. He's moving.
Mm-hmm.
So Izzy can use a reaction from Dora to make an opportunity attack. 21 to hit. 12 points of slashing damage.
He takes that damage and looks at Dora and smirks, and all of you hear, God's meddling in mortals' businesses. I thought that had ended. Oh well.
It's going to make that concentration check.
Oh, this would be so clutch.
17.
Okay,
No.
It's fine. It's fine.
He grins at Izzy.
Izzy can barely see him through the smoke.
Oh, little girl, how does it feel to be the one who died and to be summoned from nothing? And then he's just going to casually start walking to the captives.
I think Dora took some psychic damage.
Oh.
Next up is Strieg. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
It may not matter, but we will see. I will try.
I could roll really bad.
19.
That is a success, so you will take half damage. You take 8 points of slashing damage.
That is already halved.
That is halved. Oh, and you take some psychic damage too. Oh well.
So that's one death fail.
Yep. Well, no.
It's
That's
a
part of the
solid
attack.
Oh, never mind.
For purposes of my Jawbreaker of quickness, are we assuming I am still counting the time the Jawbreaker is working, and when I wake up, it is still on me, or have I lost the effect of it?
No, you're still sucking on the spicy.
Okay.
You're not dead yet.
Strieg is collapsed on the ground, slowly drooling out one side because of the hot, spicy Jawbreaker.
Yep. What is the most common negative feeling that Strieg feels?
The most negative feeling is him reliving the time that Isaac left and wondering if there was anything he could have done to stop him in the first place. That's probably his biggest haunt.
You feel Isaac's presence above you whispering in your ear. Could have done better. Could have stayed. You should have thought better. Okay, Jenny, it's your turn.
She needs to make a con save.
She does.
That's an 11.
That is a failure. Ooh, she takes 21 points of slashing damage. I rolled really.
Oh.
Ginny
Good.
goes down. She was just at 21.
For those who are awake, you see Strieg and Ginny twitching as if in pain, or like certain things are attacking them in their sleep. Next up is Frida.
Oh, and
She has help.
Indeed. Well,
Frida has advantage with Oscar's help action.
Frida will go over with the pouch and then use the pickaxe to break the lock.
Go for it.
Those are some simply dreadful rolls. That's an 11?
That passes.
Oh, good.
It's not a very good lock.
You know, it things happen. Oh, Frida, you're killing me. 3 points of damage?
The lock breaks.
Oh,
Yay!
marvelous. And then hand the pouch to Oscar.
Okay. She still has a bonus action.
Oh, can't
Offhand attack the other cage.
Oh, she can help somebody as a bonus action.
Frida may have just seen Ginny go down.
Oh, that's right.
Ginny? Ginny?
Would she continue to get Oscar out, or would she have gone over to Ginny?
She doesn't have enough movement to get to Jenny, but she could provide some help action, maybe trying to wake her up from far away, yelling her name or something.
Okay,
like
we'll do that then. We'll give anyone who's aiding Ginny the help action to get her back to her feet.
Good, yeah. Ginny, wake up! You're stronger than this! I know you are! Next up is Barbara. Barbara is terrified. She's got her hands clutched around her head, and she's in the fetal position saying, like, it's just a bad dream. It's just a bad dream. Everything's gonna be okay. I don't know. And that is her whole action, because she is very, very scared. Oscar, it is his turn. He's got his spell components, and with the spell components is a tiny little notebook.
So I imagine he is going to grab his notebook, and once he's got that and got his components, look over at the lock there on this poor girl that he's been with and has been probably building up a bit of camaraderie with. He's going to try and break the lock with a firebolt. Total of 15.
That hits.
He had a bad angle on it or something like that, or the lock is resistant to fire or something, because it only does 1 damage.
It sparked a little bit. It's hot to the touch now.
Don't worry, we'll get you out of there.
Next up, Izzy.
I need to make a Constitution saving throw.
You does.
14?
Just fails.
Uh,
Oh, not D20s. That's not right.
Do not roll d20s for damage.
Nope. No,
please.
that's incorrect. You take 23 points of slashing damage and 8 points of psychic damage.
yikes.
You feel the critters, the spiders and the crows pecking in your back, and one of the harpies whispers to you, "You're not good enough. You can't save them. 2 of them have already gone down."
GM, what would be your ruling to try and simultaneously shove a choco ball in Shrieg and Ginny's mouths?
They would both be actions, but I will raise you this. You could shove a choco ball into one of their mouths, and as a bonus action, shove a choco nib.
Okay.
Because the choco nibs are bonus actions.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, Shrieg, I'm going to give you a choco ball,
Okay.
and then I'm going to give Ginny a choco nib. So let me roll to see what I heal for you guys. I'm going to do Shrieg first. You get 6 points of health back,
Okay.
and then Ginny is going to get 3 back.
Great. The tax collector is going to take one of his legendary actions that I just remembered that he had.
Oh, great.
He is going to turn to Izzy, try to grab around her neck, and cast Inflict Wounds on you.
Oh, no.
Oh, well, maybe it may not hit.
High AC for the win. High AC for the win.
Where's his Where's his stuff? Oh, that's a 19.
Oh, that does hit.
Ah, but does it?
Oh!
Silvery barbs?
Yeah. Again, Gabriella from beside the salt pillar sends out her little fairies. So re-roll that, please.
17.
Does not hit.
Ah! You see Righty turn to look at Gabriella and go, "I don't like you.
Good. You're not supposed to.
Because we're here to clean house.
You remind me of someone. Who do you remind me of?"
Guess we'll just have to find out.
Maybe if you invoke your grandmother's name, the tax collector will run screaming.
I will say, as part of Silvery Barbs, somebody gets a buff.
Oh, that's
yeah.
I don't know if we did that previously, but
We did not.
Going to Izzy or Streeg? Who wants it?
Give it to Shrieg.
Okay, Streeg, you get advantage on your next check.
Ooh, that's going to become important probably really quick.
Right now.
Layer action. Lefty raises his hand and says, "How about you take a dip to cool off?" The pools of water rise up around him and surge outward towards every single one of you. Everyone needs to make a strength saving throw. However, this will miss Oscar and Barbara.
Would Shrieg and Ginny have disadvantage because they're still prone?
Do strength saving throws?
Don't think
I don't think
applies-
it doesn't matter.
Disadvantage on attack rolls. Attack roll against it has advantage. Only movement option is to crawl unless it stands up. So no.
No.
Okay, cool.
Gabriella failed.
22 for Streeg. Rita is not strong, so that's a no.
Ginny got a 7. Izzy got a 17.
Anyone who got lower than 15, you are knocked prone.
Ginny was already knocked prone.
mean, fortunately, being knocked prone doesn't affect my spellcasting.
Yet.
You are knocked prone and you are dragged 30 feet in a random direction.
Oh.
Who has bare arms and legs?
You tell me, does Ginny have bare arms and legs?
I'm going to roll for that one. High, she does. Low, she doesn't. It looks like she does not have the proper clothing because she didn't expect to go into the mines that day.
Yeah, she got kidnapped.
So for those of you who are dragged, you take 12 points of piercing damage as you guys scrape across the ground.
Ginny is down again.
Oh no.
I mean, she had a nibble to fight with. It's
true.
only fair.
It's true.
But Izzy is still up next to the artist formerly known as Righty.
Yes.
Okay.
Everybody else, you take no damage and you are not knocked prone.
Okay.
Izzy is seething.
Next up, Gabriella.
She's gonna pick herself off the ground, flick the water off her. Ugh. Okay.
It's very salty.
Yeah, I'm done playing around. She reaches into her bag and pulls out the fruit leather scroll, Relithim's Psychic Lance.
Oh, yeah.
Out of game, like after we recorded, 2 episodes ago, we jokingly talked about how it's a fruit leather scroll, but you have to eat the fruit
that's
leather.
right.
It's consumable, so you have to consume the spell.
You have to actually consume the fruit leather parchment.
Yep.
Gabrielle is going to bite a piece off of that fruit leather because it's verbal components here, so she's still got to say the things. But she is going to call out, Xylus the Overseer, I see you. You cannot hide. Your time is now. Strike out and shove the rest of the fruit leather into her mouth and chew viciously.
Okay. When you say Xylus's name, all 3 of them look at you. Their eyes are aflame with hatred. Just peek behind the curtain. He has magic resistance to saving throws here. But because you said his name, he has disadvantage now.
Sweet.
Like going forward in perpetuity?
For this attack.
Okay.
Because this is a true name.
So basically, you have to say his name every single time.
Yes, pretty much.
Yep.
Xylus, I will get you this time.
Okay, this is an intelligence save.
He got a 13.
Ha! I'm gonna need some dice, friends.
What you need?
7d6, so I have 3.
I got 2.
I have another 2 that should get you to where you need.
Listen to that roll. It's a total of 19 psychic damage. And is incapacitated until the start of her next turn.
You see Lefty grab his head in pain, and he drops to his knees. Righty grabs the head in pain but does not, and 30 also grabs his head in pain. Do an Arcana check real quick.
Yeah. Total of 19.
Gabriella, you said his true name. You now know which one of these is the original. Lefty is the original body. Do with that information as you will.
And how much damage was that?
19.
So DC 10 concentration check?
Yeah. DC 19.
He got a natural 20.
Dang it.
That's fine.
Wait, no, he's incapacitated. Can he concentrate?
Being incapacitated or killed is specifically you lose concentration.
He has lost concentration.
Yes!
Ha.
Go away, swarm of harpies and spiders and birds.
Everyone who can see me and who I can see is gonna get a Mantle of Inspiration. Have 8 temporary hit points.
Huh.
4 creatures.
Choose them wisely.
Streak, Izzy, Frida.
And then you could probably do Oscar.
Sure, Oscar took a little bit. And can immediately use their reaction to move up to your speed without provoking opportunity attacks if you wanted to.
Do you say anything about what you've gleaned from your Arcana check?
Yeah. Because she's got a mouthful of fruit leather square at the moment.
Does Izzy interpret that as go for Lefty?
She's going to point.
Okay.
There you go.
Get him! That's the one.
So with her full movement speed of 35 feet, Izzy is going to run up to where Lefty is kneeling down so that she can be ready to attack him for next turn.
Streak will use half his movement to stand up and the remaining 40 feet because he is still hasted to go to the other side of Lefty and flank with Izzy.
Can I give Andrew a power token right now just for the mantle inspiration?
That
and
was-
the,
that
the
was very
psychic land
good.
For
stuff?
a
Like,
heroic act, I'll
It
take
was
it.
a heroic
very
act.
clutch.
Gabriella is going to use her move action to stride out towards the water. Silas, we're coming for you.
All three of them flinch again as you say his name. Next up was going to be the tax collector using a legendary action and then his turn, but he is incapacitated. So Strieg, it is your turn.
Hi, how you doing? I am hasted. I have an angry active claw, and I am flanking with my friend. I will be taking 3 claw attacks at advantage. I will decide what to do with my bonus action after that. 20 to hit.
That hits.
8 points of slashing damage, 2 of necrotic.
As you punch down onto him, one of the other 3 disappears. It explodes into black ichor and rushes towards the one that you are surrounding.
I'm guessing third E.
Yeah, third E is gone.
He's just gone.
Second attack, 26 to hit. 7 points of slashing, 2 points of necrotic. I'm sorry, we need to add 2 more damage because I am neglecting the +1 to damage because of my special blade.
You said +2?
Yes, add 2 damage to that.
1 for each attack.
Third attack, 18 to hit.
That just hits.
Amazing. 10 points of slashing and 3 points of necrotic.
You see that as you're pummeling this form of the tax collector, Brady is taking damage for it.
Good.
You know what? This is the original one. Can I turn that last attack into a stunning strike?
What am I trying to beat?
DC 13.
That's a 14.
Okay.
Wait, that is a 12.
Wow.
He had disadvantage on it?
Xylus is
He's in pain.
stunned.
Even if incapacitated doesn't say you can't be stunned or whatever, you don't have disadvantage, you're going to have disadvantage because you can't think straight because you got a lance in your brain.
True.
So, yes, he failed. He's going to take that damage.
Incredible. Making the strike with the blade and feeling the connect, Strieg is going to use another key point, bonus action flurry of blows. And we're going to punch and kick this man for all I'm worth. 23 to hit, 8 points of bludgeoning damage. And then once more,
With feeling?
with feeling, 24 to hit for 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
Still up, but still looking real bad.
That is the extent of Strieg's turn.
Okay, Jenny,
Ginny needs to make a death saving
make a
throw,
death
I
saving
guess.
throw, please. With advantage, because Frida gave her the help action.
Calling out to her.
Calling out her to
beyond the
wake up.
grave.
Well, that's a fail. Yeah, because I rolled a 2 and a 7.
Okay, Frida, it is her turn.
Oh, okay.
She
well,
sees Ginny drop again, but everyone is surrounding the tax
Yep,
collector.
but Ginny was dragged away. Can Frida get to Ginny this turn?
She can.
She probably would have run using the Mantle of Inspiration.
Oh, yeah, just over by Ginny. We had already agreed that Frida would be holding several of our Choco Balls.
She has at least 2 of them.
Okay, so she will use one of them and feed it to Ginny to get her up.
Roll that 2d4 plus 2.
Abra-kazam. Hey!
Holy heavens, Max.
10 points to Ginny.
Ginny, wake up! Ginny's eyes flutter open. She's like, when we get out of here, I'm asking you on a date. And that's the end of her turn, unless you have anything else.
Shout across to Izzy, kick his butt!
You have the help action.
You got it, Frida.
Okay, next up. Barbara, she doesn't know what's happening. She's just heard lots of sounds. She's scared.
She's a young teenage girl. She's allowed. It's fine.
She's gonna stay. She's just in the fetal position, just crying, not even paying attention. Next up is Oscar.
He's going to try again on this lock. That is much better. 19 to hit.
That hits.
4 fire damage.
Chipping away.
Yeah.
It's starting to melt.
We'll get you out of there. Hold on.
Next up is Izzy.
I'm flanking with Strieg, so all of my attacks have advantage. We're
Unload.
going for it.
Unload.
We're going for it. 18 for the first attack,
That hits.
9 points of damage.
Righty screams in pain.
27 for the second attack, 12 points of slashing damage. Total of 20 for the third attack, 12 points of slashing damage. And then Unleash Incarnation as Dora goes to stab Xylus in the back and say, I don't know what you know about me, but I know that you're going down. That is a 22 to hit.
22 hits.
For that last attack, then, Gonna take minimum damage of 8 points of slashing damage.
Righty screams in pain as they disappear.
Ooh.
Ugh.
Sweet,
Just
sweet, sweet,
you
sweet.
and us, Silas.
Flinches. And because the layer action is attached to the tax collector himself, the layer action cannot happen.
Yes. Ha ha ha.
Gabriella, it is your turn. The ichor of Righty shoots into Lefty's body, but it's just pouring off of him.
My stuff all hits in a big old range. You guys are flanking intentionally, so shatters out.
just do it.
No.
Yeah, just
No.
You know what?
Just do it.
Just do it. See what happens.
I think that she is going to double down on beating him down. You think you're so good. You think that you're in control here. But you're slipping, Silas. You're slipping. And is going to go ahead and bane him. This is my last first level slot. Charisma saving throw of 15.
And because you said his name, he's got disadvantage.
Yes.
That's a nat 1.
Ha 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 ha.
So I have a d4 against everything, right?
Yep. Streak. Now's about the time. I'm going to give him a wink. Have a d8.
Streak gives you back a kind of drooly smile, a wild look in his eyes.
Tax collector would have been no longer incapacitated, but is still stunned.
Yeah, so this is the end of that.
Streak, it is your turn.
You've abused your power in this town.
Natural 20.
Sweet jazz.
12 points of slashing damage, and then 10 points of necrotic damage.
Streak, how do you kill Xylus, the tax collector?
Streak is going to continue with his formation, drunkenly stumbling around the fallen form of Xylus, following up each attack with a single line.
Your actions have been weighed.
Stab,
You have been measured.
stab, and for the final attack would like to grab Xylus by the head, lift him up.
And you have been found wanting. You have a debt to this town that you pay today.
And stab him through the neck.
He gurgles as he looks at you. I should have done the debt with you instead of Isaac. And his whole form melts into a puddle. You guys have defeated the tax collector.
Izzy is going to run towards Frida and Ginny and going to put another taco nibble into Ginny's mouth to stabilize her.
Gabriella is going to do the anime, pull her eye down and stick out her tongue and stay out.
And Streak, with his remaining 30 seconds of speed, is going to go sprinting around the cavern to find another exit before it wears off and he collapses in exhaustion.
You guys hear off to the other side of the lake a sploosh. I'm okay. And that is where we're going to end our session.
Oh
Yes.
my gosh. Yes.
The bit that Gabriella did, I was riffing off of The Labyrinth.
Oh, yeah.
So I subbed out for Untold Caverns, Untold Dangers and such things. I fought my way here to the goblin to the castle and stuff. Anyways,
Amazing.
Yes.
so it's fun. But I want to nominate Neil for a power token with an
Yeah.
excellent killer finish line.
Yes.
Thank you, thank you. That was also a movie reference. It was from The Knight's Tale.
Okay, yeah. It's like I recognized it, but I couldn't figure out what it was. Yeah. Good job.
Amazing. I loved it all.
Yeah, and just as a meta knowledge, the boon that you got for killing the shadow,
Oh, yeah.
he lost a legendary action
Oh.
and another creature he could manipulate on a separate initiative.
Oh.
If you had let the shadow go, the shadow could have attached to you guys and forced you to do like Phantasmal Force or Anguish or something like that each and every round on its own.
Oh, that would have
Good
been
job.
brutal.
Yes!
Good job, you guys. You did so good. I was really worried I was going to TPK you, but you guys pulled through.
Woo. And hey, Izzy's still at 47 hit points.
And none of the innocents died.
Yeah.
Hallelujah.
That's a win.
Are we actual heroes?
That's
I don't know.
crazy.
We'll find out maybe next episode. See you guys then.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey, y'all. Thank you for listening to Power Word Crit. If you enjoyed our episode, please tell your family and friends about us. You can follow us at Power Word Crit on X or the social media formerly known as Twitter. Thank you, and we hope you have a beautiful day.
All right. Today I'm playing Lilac.
Oh
Oh
no.
Where did Lilith come from?
No, I like this thought. Lilac was the longest surviving character.
Of Anders' characters.
Yep.
I mean,
We're going into a fight. No, this is good logic.